Okay, what's up, everybody? Christopherleonjohnson here. So it's almost 10 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow's the 8th of February. And I mean, had a great eventful evening. I wish I could have been out to the rally, the night class rally, but I don't really follow night class a lot. So if I miss a night class rally, I just don't even care to follow it. But I really care about animal rights. If I really knew about that event, I would took my butt out there and support the rally with my media. But let's get to the topic at hand. So today, this evening, if you see my photos and social media history, I was quickly at the town hall for the casino, the third town hall for the casino. I was there for the last one for the casino, but I think something came down that day. So I was only going to be there for the rally, and I took little shots inside, and I left for the second town hall for the casino. That was done at near Elmcore, right? Elmcore was real slick, and they had if you walk, they knew the loophole, right? You had to walk through a certain street to get through, and it's right near the train station to get to the town hall. And they were setting up food, they were giving out food and drinks and stuff like that. And we all know that if you're hungry and thirsty, you're going to take food, especially if they make it good. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, and when it deals with land use, that can get real controversial, because when you offer people food and when they're hungry, they'll do anything to get your food. You got to remember that. If you're a developer, if you're a nonprofit provider, or you're an advocate or an activist, and you offer people food, then you own them. I'll tell you this right now. You own that person. That's the truth about that's true about politics. When you offer people food, when you give people food, and there's no real strings attached, up front, you own them from here on out. That's the truth. That's the truth, right? Anybody that offers people food and they take it, you own them. That's a fact. If you're on the opposite, you're owned. So Elmcore made that little trick, and it was giving people food, like food pantries, right before the event. So whoever was there and they was hungry enough to take the food, though you can't down anybody, because I've been my points hungry in my life, but majority of the time they're owned by the nonprofit, which is Elmcore, and Elmcore is down with the casino. Now, this evening, I was at the third town hall for the casino, and I'm gonna tell you what happened, right? And the reason I left, because it was live streamed, and I didn't have no plan of going, because I knew it was like, okay, screw this. The state senator, Jessica Ramos, who served that district, she's a big-time Mets fan. She's a big-time Steve Cohen loyalist, because he gives us free tickets. No to shame her. I love Ramos. I respect Ramos as a person. But we all know that she's down with the Mets. She's a fan of the Mets. She go to Mets games. She go with her kids. And we all know how that was, right? Now, people got to see what's going on here, right? The owner of the Mets, Steve Cohen, wants that license from the governor to open up shop at a casino. Now, there's a lot of money to be made when you have a casino. When you have a casino, you're going to become an instant billionaire. But we all know that Cohen is already a billionaire, but he's going to be a bigger billionaire when that casino goes through. If that casino deal goes through for him in that parking lot, he's going to become a bigger billionaire. Now, he is spending a lot of money on lobbyists, consultants, the unions, the nonprofits, the certain activists, the certain organizations to push this through. Now, what I saw tonight, and the reason I left, and I don't care if people took it, and the reason I left, because I saw it and I was like, well, this is no point. This is crazy. Majority of people that was there are for the casino. And it was mainly the union, mainly DC-9. The carpenters, I didn't see a lot of carpenters, but I saw a few of DC-9. I saw a lot of DC-9. Now, DC-9, the painters. Now, don't be surprised that very soon they have more town halls. The Hotel Trades Commission start coming in, and DC-37, and the carpenters really come in. Because once the carpenters really come in, it's a wrap for a lot of these people, because No politician is going to go against the carpenters. Got to remember that. Now, this is my thing about casinos, right? Casino can make the owner of the casino a lot of money. It gives jobs, right? Mainly within the Hotel Trades Commission, because the Hotel Trades Commission is going to be running those jobs inside the casino. Now, those casinos got to be built. That's where the carpenters and DC9 comes in, and a local Cellular comes in. That's why you see a lot of those guys and gals out there tonight at that town hall, because let's say you're a grade B construction worker in carpenters. You make between like $40-$50 an hour. Grade A, a little more than that. Now, those guys see all they care about is that number. And there's no here, I'm not here to knock anybody down for working, but don't put a community in risk for your own selfish benefit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand. Don't put the community in risk for your own selfish benefit. I learned that the hard way, right? I'll tell you the story. 2020, right before the pandemic, I was with 32BJ, and they was pushing for Sunset Park rezoning so they could help utilize that district, that area, to benefit Industry City, right? They was going to rezone. They already rezoned it. It already went through. They rezoned Sunset Park. But I was part of that. I was a rank and file 32BJ member, shop steward, that got invited out by one of my friends who is like a organizer for the union. And I didn't know any better about this stuff. And I was there to show my support. I'll wear my colors, and I'll just show my support, saying that this is good for the district. And there were people, and I will never forget this speech. Right? One of the people that was against the rezoning told us that, well, you guys at 32BJ could be all for the jobs, but what's the point for having all the jobs when you can't afford to live the same place you're building? And that stuck to me. So it really stuck to me with that situation. And forever since, it changed me. And a lot of things I did with my union, I admit it was wrong to do. It was really wrong. So I feel that it was really wrong to do. And what has to happen, and guys need to understand, like when you did a lot of dirty things, you have, and going forward in life, you have to try to make things right. You have to do things right for the people. And sometimes, like, you have to use your talents and your past rewards and your past advantages to help people out and get things done, or help people out saving their community. And that's what I'm feeling I'm doing right now, is I'm trying to use what I know with my union years as a shop steward and an organizer to help people out, to do the right thing for people, try to help them save their districts. And I know the ins and outs of these unions. I know that a number of these guys and gals, the reason they was out there tonight, because the person that was leading the political department made it a union activity. And I'm going to tell you what happens when you... fire trucks are crazy. Big fire. Because all these trucks come out is a big fire, guys. So, tonight, that was all union activity. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the unions are getting desperate to get this project pushed in, because there's a lot of community backlash. There's two things in New York when it comes to land use that's getting a lot of backlash in New York City, and all the politicians knows it on every level, the state, the federal, and the local, and the executive, like with the mayor's office and the public advocate and the 5 borough presidents, are the city of yes, and you gotta look that up, the city of yes, and casinos. Now, when it comes to NYCHA, when it comes to Rat Pack, that's a different topic, because just happened yesterday. That's a different topic. We gotta get in that a little later on. Different topic, because NYCHA is its own. The NYCHA situations with Rat Pack and the Blueprint, it's a different demon. It's a different beast. But the main two when it comes to land use in New York City are City of Yes, hashtag City of Yes. Look it up, guys, City of Yes, and your casino deals. Those two are the pre-context of your displacement. Because when it comes to City of Yes, it gives the businesses and developers full reign of what they can do with those developments and how they can rezone things with no red tape and bureaucratic stuff. No, I got to talk to Pastor United later on, bro. I'll talk to you about that, my man. Now, going forward with the casino deals. So let's go back to this. Casinos are usually bad for the district, and I'm gonna tell you why they're bad. Because casinos create a lot of crime. Casinos, if you understand about a casino, you don't see this in what's this spot? What is it? Howard Beach. Because the city of New York, with the help of the borough presidents, purposely throttled the promotion of the casinos. But casinos, usually if you go to Atlantic City or you go to Las Vegas, casinos run rampant with a lot of prostitution. It runs a lot of rampant with drug use. It runs around rampant with human trafficking. It runs a lot of rampant with, everybody's favorite vice is gambling. And I'm going to tell you right about gambling. Gambling is one of the worst addictions you could ever have, because the gambling addiction can lead you to mainly all the 7 deadly sins, especially when you start to stealing. Now, this is why people need to really start understanding about, if you need to be a good casino, you got to understand about the gambling. Because when a person like that you love becomes a gambler and they get addicted to gambling, it's going to affect everybody. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because let's say you're a family member of a gambler, and they go and they start borrowing money from a loan shark to gamble. Because don't be surprised that loan sharking start occurring in those casinos. Because there's always some shady person that's going to get in those casinos and try to do loan sharking. Now, your friend or your family will start dealing with loan sharks, and they start borrowing money, and the interest level is higher than a regular loaner, a regular lender, and they can't pay that money back because everybody knows casinos are rigged. Casinos are 99% of the time rigged. They do it on purpose, so that they all win. What do you think's going to happen if they can't pay back that money? The loan sharker will use you, family members, as leverage to make sure that money get paid back. And you don't know what they will do. They might kidnap your kids. They might kidnap you. They might kill your kids. They might kill you. They might maim you. They might do whatever they got to do to send them a message that you got to pay them back. They got to pay the money that they owe back. That's why if you against a casino, you should be against it. Because if you're against it, and the thing you be against, it's a crime. And everybody knows that casinos create a lot of crime. You bring because the money's there. It's like a bank. And people come out with money in the bank. So you understand that. If you're against a casino, you should be because of the crime. If you're for the casino, you should be there because of the job, the economic growth, right? There's a lot of economic growth for the casino. Now, when it comes to this state senator Ramos is the labor chair for the New York State Senate, and that seat as a committee chair for labor has a lot of perks. Has a lot of perks. You know why? Because all the unions want something out of that committee. They want a bill out of that committee passed. They want a bill out of that committee to the floor. So don't be surprised that the unions are using this to leverage their agenda. And don't be surprised that Jessica Ramos could use that committee to leverage her agenda. That's how she got those donations. Not to say that she's crooked, but you could be when you're committee chair. When you sit on the influential committee as the labor chair, you can solicit a lot of donations. Because I'm going to tell you right now about politics. And people understand, like, why you donate to all these campaigns? Because I'm going to tell you why. Because the way politics work, And I'm going to tell you this right now. The way politics, I'm going to give you the biggest hack ever. The way politics work, the way you get a bill to the floor, the way you get a bill introduced, the way you get these elected officials to your events is you got to donate to their campaigns. You got to give money to their campaigns. Because if you don't give money to these campaigns, they will never give you the time of day. I'll tell you this right now. It could be $10, be $25, be $50, $100, $250, $1,000, $500, $750, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. But if you don't give money to these campaigns, these people will never give you the time of day. I'll tell you this right now. But when you sit as a chair of the influential committee for labor, you cannot be surprised that the labor chair, Jessica Ramos, is getting all that money from unions. The unions want this to go through because it's a lot of jobs. It's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of profit for the unions. Because when you have these jobs for the casino building, the demolition of the park, the building the casino, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of hours, a lot of years. And the way unions work is they will charge you for all the time that you was there. You could be there like one day. You got to owe them by X amount of money per month. If you don't, you can't work. That's how unions stay powerful. And I'm going to tell you another tip about the unions. Unions leverages political hours to get the agenda done. And what I'm talking about is if you're a developer, let's say you're a union and you need some artificial support for an agenda, you could leverage that. You can say, all right, we'll make this political time. We'll make this political work. We'll make it political work. So you go to an event and they'll count as political work. That's how they do these campaigns, guys. That's how they do these campaigns. That's these special elections. They'll leverage the membership to say, okay, go knock on to this time special election. Okay, guys, Tom's probably run for a special election. You want to knock this? You want to knock your quarterly requirement for political action out the door? We need to travel all the way to Long Island. We don't care how you do it. Carpool, take the Long Island Railroad, take the bus, drive, walk there. Whatever you got to do, come to Long Island, like Levittown, and knock on doors for Tom Swazi. We'll count it for credits. We'll give you that quarterly credit. And you got to say certain unions, I'm not going to say who they are because I respect none of these people in those political departments. None of these unions, it's like blackmailing, it's like penalizing the members with money, with a deduction if they don't do political activity. If they don't do at least not one political activity per quarter, they get deduction $500. So you got to understand what's going on, guys. Always remember that. So that's all I got to say. Get some food. I'm hungry as full up. But that's it. And tonight I spoke at the Nitro rally, Nitro thing, and I'm happy about that. Got that done. All three, good. Virtual, the Fulton, and with the Elliott Chelsea. So it's all good. Get some food now. Take care, guys. Later.